What's up everyone and welcome back. Today I'm going to be going over what typically would be my top 10 list. I only grabbed 9 books this week, so I'm going to be doing a top 9 list. So now I know last week I was very critical of pretty much every book that came out. I really didn't like a lot of them, but this week these books were fantastic. This was a very hard list to put in order, but I cannot wait to talk about them. And I've got some other really cool things that I'm going to be talking about today as well. I'm really excited for all of it. But before I get started off on any of these books, if you are new to the channel, I drop weekly comic book content that's going to keep you up to date on all of the latest releases. So if you want to miss out on any of that, be sure to hit the subscribe button down low and the little bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And now without further ado, let's talk about this week's top 9 list. Alright everyone, I hope you're all having a fantastic day so far today and you were able to get all of your new Comic Book Day books in on time. As I was saying before, this was an incredible week for books. I know I only have 9 issues, but this is a very hard list to put together, and my shop this week had no shortages. Everything that they ordered, they got in on time, the right amount. It was fantastic and such a great week for it, so I'm hoping you guys were able to get all of your stuff in as well. Other than that, I've got a couple other quick things I want to talk about. If you were interested in last week's giveaway, to see if you were the winner, I'm going to be talking about that at the very end of this video, so stick around to the end to see if you were last week's winner, or if you just want to check out the next book I'm going to be giving away. And now the final thing, I'm so happy about it, and it's official, so I can finally talk about it. The channel is officially sponsored by Whatnot. I love it. I'm so happy. That's the application where I sell all of my books on, and if you guys didn't already know, I am hired full-time at my LCS pretty much to do their auctions for comic books. We're LV_comics. We go live every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Usually at 6 p.m. EST. I'm going to be putting all the information down low in the description, but I'm really happy about it. I do love that application. It's pretty much auction style. You can buy and sell stuff on there. They've expanded over the last year tremendously too. So they've got, comic books, Pokemon cards, Yu-Gi-Oh cards. They went into sneakers and designer bags and just designer clothing. So they're truly expanding. They're really doing a lot of great stuff. Check it out. Like I said, all the stuff is down low and in the description, but I'm really happy about it. But now let's talk about this top 9 list. All right, everybody. So to kick this top 9 list off, first we've got coming in at number 9. This is Images. Geiger, the 80-page giant, issue number 1. This is the blank sketch cover. It's the only cover they had left. I really wanted cover A. I'm not going to be getting too in-depth with this issue. I have it coming in at number 9, not because I didn't like it, but because I was really hoping for a Geiger issue. I was hoping that they would just kind of expand on his story, just kind of like what they did with the last, I think it was an 80-page giant as well. But this was, I think, 10 separate small stories, and not every single one of them really had to do with Geiger, the character. So that's why I'm putting it as number 9. It's just not exactly what I wanted. I was hoping for a full Geiger issue, but as I was saying, about 10 different small stories. Not horrible. If you're a Geiger fan, definitely check it out. If you were interested in getting into the series, this is absolutely not a good spot to start, but I am really looking forward to seeing what they do with the characters that they were talking about in this issue going forward. So for those reasons, we've got Geiger, issue number 1, the 80-page giant, coming in at number 9. Next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 8. This is AWA's brand new series. We've got Primos, issue number 1. This is cover B. So I'm going to talk about some of the things that I did like, but I'm not 100% sold on this series just yet. I really like the artwork. I like the characters. I like their personalities too. I really like how they interacted with each other. And I thought going forward, the story does seem very interesting. And I'm not going to be getting too in-depth with it because I think if I talk about it too much, it's really going to spoil the entire issue. So I'm just going to leave it as we have our main characters. They're more teenagers and then they get superpowers. I know that sounds very basic. I could go a little bit more in depth with it, but there is a lot of backstory that gets involved with it too. They truly do have an origin story in this issue. They pretty much go into deep explanation of everything. So then the kids are kind of sold on it, and then he's like, yeah, I'll take these superpowers, and they kind of go from there. Like I said, I'm going to leave it as that. I did like the artwork. I like the characters. I'm just not 100% sold on it just yet, but I definitely am going to pick up the next couple issues. So for those reasons, we've got Primos, issue number 1, coming in at number 8. And next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 7. This is Boom Studios, Basilisk, issue number 7. This is cover A. This series continues to be fantastic. I absolutely love it. I highly recommend this one. If you haven't already started the series, I might hold off for a trade paperback. It's 7 issues deep. I'm not exactly sure how long they're trying to do this series for, but I'm about it. Cullen Bunn, phenomenal writer. I love what he does with his horror stuff, and this series just has been on point. The artwork pairs so well with it too. I talked to a few people who weren't huge fans of the artwork, but I do love it. I'm going to be putting pictures up, obviously, so check it out, make your own judgment case, but you got to see it in person too. As far as this issue itself goes, jam-packed full of action. It was so cool. I'm not going to be getting too in-depth with the story because obviously a lot of action, a lot of fighting, but kind of one of the bigger plot twists is we see the gods kind of turn on each other in this issue. Great plot twist. Loved it. I cannot wait to see what Cullen Bunn does with this story, but like I said before, I'm about it. I highly recommend it. So for those reasons, we've got Basilisk issue number 7 coming in at number 7. Next up on my list this week, we've got coming in at number 6. This is Marvel's Alien issue number 9. This is cover A. I love this series, but I'm going to put it out there. I think I'm a little biased. I grew up watching all of the Alien movies. I read pretty much everything from Dark Horse that was Alien, Predator, Alien vs. Predator, Terminator. So if it's got monsters in it, I'm pretty much a sucker for it. I eat it up, I read it all, and that's just kind of more my style. I love that type of stuff. I love horror. And now with all that being said, if you did watch all the movies, you love all of that stuff too, to me, this reads exactly like a movie. I think it's so good. But as far as a plot goes, it's obviously very basic. We've got the aliens, they're showing up to whatever planet or the ship, and just all hell breaks loose. And the people that are on the ship or on that planet, they're just trying to survive. So take that for what it is. Like I said, I'm a big fan of it. I love the movies as well. So that's why I said I think I might be a little biased. But for those reasons, we've got Alien issue number 9 coming in at number 6. And now we're down to the top 5 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 5 this week. This is Image's Hellcop issue number 4. This is one of the variant covers, and this was the issue we've all been waiting for. I thought the series so far has been great. I love the artwork. I love how every issue just kind of progressed the story a little bit further. Our main character, he's still trying to figure out what happened to his partner, why he's being framed for this murder, but this issue had the biggest plot twist in it. There's so much more going on in this story that we know so far. I truly do highly recommend this one. This was a great read. I loved every bit of it. Every time I flipped the page, I was so excited for the next one. And then when I hit the end of the issue, it was like, oh, come on, man. I need another issue right off the bat. I'm fiending for it. This was so good. And like I said before, this one had a big plot twist in it. I'm not going to be getting too in-depth with this issue because that was kind of the big focus of the actual issue itself, other than our main character still trying to figure out what happened to his partner. But, oh man, like I said, from there, things got real crazy. So for those reasons, we've got Hellcop issue number 4 coming in at number 5. Next up this week, we've got coming in at number 4. This is Image's Newburn issue number 3. This is cover A. Now, before I get into this issue and this series, I gotta say, I'm a big fan of it. I really do enjoy it. I love the detective work. I love the characters. I love just the way they interact with each other. But I have talked to a lot of people who said they're not really a fan of the series. They don't really think it's that good so far, and I gotta ask why. I think it's been fantastic. The artwork, it's been alright. Not the best, definitely not the worst either, but man, we got our main character. He's a detective. He does a little bit of police work. He also is hired by the crime mafia families as well, so he's just like a neutral party, trying to figure out all these different crimes. He's trying to get some leads. He's trying to find these clues and just see where that takes him. This issue, we got a little bit of action. We learned a little bit more about some crime families too. And in everything that they've been building up to this entire time, we find out in this issue. So it kind of read as if it was the end of the arc, but I don't think it is. Without spoiling anything else in this issue, that's kind of the gist of what happened. But seriously, comment down below if you're a fan of this series. But if you're not a fan of this series, I gotta ask why. Because personally, I'm loving it. And yes, I do highly recommend this one too. Maybe I'm a little biased. I do have a criminal justice major, so I have done a little bit of police work back in the day. I also worked for a prison for a little bit too. So maybe to me, that's why I truly do enjoy it. But seriously, I think it's a great read too. It's Chip Zdarsky. He kills it on pretty much everything he writes. But for those reasons, we've got Newburn issue number 3 coming in at number 4. And now we're down to the final 3 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 3 this week. This is Marvel's The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 88. All hail the Queen Goblin. There has been a lot of hype behind this character. It's selling for eBay, roughly $10 to $15. Some are selling for around $20, and that doesn't include shipping all the time. Personally, before I get into the issue, I do not think that this character is worth the hype. I do not think this character is worth overspending on. Give it a week, give it 2 weeks. I think the price is going to fix itself and it's just going to drop in price because all the people who were trying to flip it bought a lot of copies. Now all of a sudden nobody really cares about it and now they're stuck with the copies. So just wait a little bit. If you weren't able to get a cover A or just a copy of this in general, just wait it out a little bit. You'll get it for the right price. However, this issue, it was awesome though. I think the character is very cool. I'm very hyped about what Beyond Corporation is doing and just all of this mystery behind the company right now. I'm seriously all about it. This issue was jam-packed with action, but like I said, with all of that happening, I don't think this character truly does have longevity. I'm not sure what they can truly do with this character, and that's what I'm going to leave it at. If you guys read it, let's talk about this one a little bit more down low because I think I spoiled enough of that for you guys already. I don't want to keep going on it. But for those reasons, we've got The Amazing Spider-Man issue number 88 coming in at number 3. Down to our final 2 issues of the week. We've got coming in at number 2 this week. This is Images Nocterra issue number 7. This is one of the variant covers and it is back. I'm a huge Nocterra fan. I love this series. I've loved it since day one. Just the artwork, the way that the characters interacted with each other and the story. The best way for me to kind of describe it is it always reminded me of Gears of War. Especially some of the levels where everything just went dark and you had to stay in the light. That's exactly what this reminds me of. And without spoiling too much of the issue, this one's just kind of getting us caught back up to speed, what the characters have been up to since the last arc ended, but there was kind of a bigger plot twist in it. They're still trying to figure out how to save the planet and all of that, but at the way that the last arc ended, Blacktop Bill was chasing everybody and you saw the whole group just kind of get away. This one, so this is going to be a spoiler. Now, they kind of flipped the script and they said, you know what? Tired of running. We're going to go after Blacktop Bill. This man's got the answers. We're going to find him and we're going to figure out how to save pretty much everything. I'm so pumped. I love this series. Get yourself a trade paperback if they have one out. If not, you definitely got to find the back issues for this. It's a phenomenal series in my opinion. I truly do love it. But for those reasons, we've got Nocterra issue number 7 coming in at number 2. And here we go, everybody. This is my top read of the week. We've got coming in at number 1 this week, and I know what you're thinking to yourself. AR, you just hyped up Nocterra so much. How could something possibly top that? Well, we've got Images, Nita Hawes, Nightmare Blog, issue number 4. This is cover A. This was a stellar issue. I've loved the series so far. I thought it was great. The whole incorporation of just demons in Baltimore. I thought it was a cool story. I like Nita Hawes. I liked how she has this blog. She's trying to find these demons. But the last issue kind of left us on a cliffhanger where one of the demons showed up at the house. This issue from there was absolutely crazy. Everything was wild from the start to the finish, nonstop action, and we still got some story and plot development going on too. I really don't want to spoil anything else because it truly was just all action and it really was a mind blow of an issue. If you like Philadelphia, if you've liked this one so far, I think, honest to God, out of Philadelphia and this series, as of now, this is my favorite issue amongst both of them. This was insane, and the way that they ended it, I cannot wait for the next one. So for those reasons, we absolutely have Nita Hawes, Nightmare Blog, issue number 4, taking the crown at number 1. All right, everybody, and now it's time for this week's giveaway winners. The first giveaway I'm going to be doing is the Iron Man Raza variant and Thor issue number 4, the 1 in 25 incentive. And the winner for that one is Stephen Alloy. Congratulations. Make sure you comment down below on my pinned comment. We can discuss how I'm going to be getting these 2 books out to you. And now, as far as the other ones go, the winner for the Dynamite 3-book Virgin incentive lot is Glenn Smith. Congratulations to both of you guys. Thank you so much. Like I just said before, I'm going to be putting my email address down below on the pinned comment. Comment it. We can discuss how I'm going to be getting it out to you. And now as far as the next giveaway goes, I'm super pumped about this one. Thank you so much. The Encounter, LV_comics is the whatnot name, but The Encounter is a brick and mortar store in Allentown, Pennsylvania. And the book that I'm going to be giving away this week is Venom, issue number 25. This is the 1 in 50 incentive. All you have to do is comment down below your favorite book of the week. Make sure you like the video if you did enjoy it, and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on any of my upcoming content. Those are the only 3 things that you have to do. And then next week during the top 10 list, I'm going to be announcing this giveaway winner, and I'm going to be talking about some new books too. And thank you for watching this video. If you did enjoy it, be sure to hit that thumbs up button. And if you don't want to miss out on any of my upcoming content, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down low and the little bell bell to get notified every time I drop new content. You won't regret it. And I've got 2 more videos sitting off to the side here with more of my comic book content. Click on one of those and I'll see you in the next one. Have a great day.